So I got another communication from YouTube, and I'm not sure if this applies to everyone that has channel memberships or if it's yet another one of those things that is set up a tier above. But either because of the fact that I already have channel membership or because of the fact that YouTube has recognized the channel deserves it, I've been given access to membership levels. And I am assuming that this is supposed to compete with Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's one of those websites that allows people to support content creators by giving a monthly subscription fee instead of just supporting them through ads. When I created the channel membership video, I specifically told my viewers, you don't have to do the Patreon thing. In fact, I haven't set a Patreon up and I'm never going to. I'm perfectly happy with YouTube's built-in channel membership model, and I'm going to maintain that same thing today, even more so now, because apparently with membership levels you can set tiers that are above and below the $5 tier. And so that actually made me pretty happy, because I thought that there were some viewers out there who wouldn't mind signing up for a membership that was just $2 a month, something incredibly cheap like that. I have at this point I think 17 or 18 standard members, which are the ones that are paying $5 a month. But anyway, it's the same thing as Patreon. The only difference is that you don't have to go to an external website. It's built straight into the YouTube, and you just click on a button. I think it's next to the subscribe button, and it just says join. So instead of subscribing, you click on the join button, and then it'll walk you through the process. I am going to really convey to my viewers my appreciation that YouTube is recognizing the channel's value, because from what I have read and from what I've been told by Dwayne from Dad Surviving Divorce, I'm not even supposed to have this feature until I have 30,000 subscribers. And right now we only have 3,000 subscribers. That is 1/10 the amount of subscribers that YouTube expects before you get access to this kind of I guess you could call it support feature. So whatever is going on with YouTube, they're noticing something different about my viewers from viewers of other channels. Maybe you guys are watching all the videos. Maybe you guys are watching the videos from beginning to end. Like, you're not just leaving after you watch a portion of the video. There is something that you guys are doing that is getting their attention, because I only have 3,000 subs, but I've been given access to a feature that I'm not supposed to even have until I have 30,000 subs. So I do want to show some appreciation to YouTube for doing this, and I did want to go ahead and go into the details as to how the new feature works. Again, I may be misnaming it, but from what I read in the email, it's called levels or membership levels or something like that. So all of that being said, how do they work? Honestly, I do not know how this looks from your end. The only thing I know from your end is that you click a button that's labeled join, and it's right next to the other button, the one that's labeled subscribe. I think it's to the left of the subscribe button. You click that button and a whole bunch of stuff starts to happen. And at some point in that process, there's levels that you can choose from. I guess originally there wasn't. Originally, it was just a $5 a month option. There was no other options, and that was that. Now, there's apparently going to be 4 different tiers for you guys to decide on. And they're going to still have the original tier. It's labeled contributor. It's $5 a month. And the perk that I set up for that one is the members only live streams. I don't know if I was detailed enough in the last video, the membership video, but what I'm trying to do with the members only live streams is create a live stream that only those people at that tier can join, where I can go over the actual documents that members at that tier would like me to go over. So that could include emails, text messages, and conceivably court filings. And there could be more of a back and forth dialogue specific to that member's documents that they've submitted, and of course other people who are on the live stream can partake in that sort of back and forth or learn whatever it is that they can. We can take turns going through different documents. This is something that hasn't occurred yet because I wanted to wait until we had 30 members, and I only have, as I mentioned, it's either 17 or 18. So what I've been doing instead with them is just one-on-ones. The lower tier I created is a $2 tier, and I would really like to see my viewers send me a message with this $2 tier, because I'm going to do something with that tier that solves a problem that I've been having with the My Docket series. Some of the videos in the My Docket series contain what YouTube refers to as sensitive content. And I have been guessing, because they won't tell me exactly what it is they mean, but I'm guessing that it has to do with domestic violence allegations that my ex has made against me, and perhaps child abuse and neglect stuff. And it's frustrating for me as a content creator because I'm not promoting domestic violence and I'm not promoting child abuse and neglect. I'm actually talking about it in an educational way. But for some reason, YouTube counts that. In fact, one of the videos that took me the longest time, in fact, it's a record holder. It's part 8 of the My Docket series. That video, which is the one that covers the hearing that I went into for the order of protection that my ex filed against me, that video took me like 8 hours to edit, and then to see YouTube flag it was extremely disheartening because of how much work went into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue the My Docket series, but I'm going to avoid covering sensitive content. And what I'll do is I'll create a separate video that is available to the people who have joined as the $2 tier, which is the supporter tier. I'll make that video available only to them. And so the message that I want my viewers to send me is, if you want to communicate to me, hey, I want to see all of the details in the My Docket series, not just the happy-go-lucky ones that YouTube allows, that you want to see the details on the domestic violence allegations and the child abuse and neglect, you're going to have to sign up as a supporter. It's just $2 a month, and it communicates to me that a certain number of people actually do care about those details and want to see them. And depending on how many supporters sign up, I'll be able to gauge how I'm going to fashion these videos going forward, because I can't be putting 8 hours into a video and then have YouTube flag it. It's just an insane amount of time compared to what I'm doing in other areas. I'm still doing the judicial scrutiny project, our Nevada judges and all that. And so I can't justify devoting all that time. And there's going to be more videos like that too, because I've gone to at least 10 hearings, and each of the hearings has sensitive content. So anyway, yeah, if you're one of my viewers who's watching the My Docket series and you want to support that series, please sign up as a supporter. It's just $2, and it offsets the fact that YouTube disqualifies those videos from ad revenue. They don't entirely negate it, they don't zero it out, but the revenue generated by those videos is reduced by like 90%. And at this point, with so much of a time investment, and also the fact that I'm actually starting to pour funds into those high quality videos, I just can't justify it without YouTube allowing the full ad revenue on all of the videos, because it's just and what sucks is they don't explain what it was specifically that caused it to flag. It just flags without any explanation. Then I can click on a little button to appeal it and roll the dice and hope that they reverse their decision and monetize the video. As I mentioned with part 8, I'm just stuck with that one. I tried to appeal it and they said too bad, so sad. If anyone watches that video, you'll see that I'm not promoting domestic violence or anything like that, anything of the sort, but just the fact that I covered it was enough for YouTube to drop it down. And I do want to mention that I don't feel like it's fully their fault. If anyone here has not really been deep into YouTube prior to my channel, there were 2 really bad incidents prior to my channel being created that did a tremendous amount of damage to YouTube, in the sense that advertisers pulled money from YouTube, and they were big. They were billion-dollar companies, billion with a B. And what happened was there were 2 separate incidents in the past where 2 different YouTubers really crossed the line and produced content that was horrific and alarming. And I'm not even going to mention them by name because they don't deserve any attention. But because of those viewers, YouTube has become very sensitive about what kind of videos are allowed to post ads. And that's why, I'm assuming that's why videos like part 8 of the My Docket series were knocked down. And so anyway, the other 3 tiers join them if you want to support the channel, if you just want to go above and beyond. But the first tier for $2, I do need to get some kind of message from the viewership. If you like the My Docket series, at least sign up for that one, because that's going to tell me to continue covering those topics that YouTube really can't allow ads to be played on. And if you're okay with the My Docket series just having the portions of my high conflict child custody case that glaze over that stuff, then by all means don't even bother. But if you are interested in continuing to see the details that you saw in, for example, Part 8 of the My Docket series, then definitely consider signing up for that $2 thing, just so that I know. I need some kind of way to measure what my viewers actually want from me. It's getting a little bit more difficult now. I'm paying attention to the analytics to the best extent that I can, but it's not going to tell me exactly what I need to know with respect to a very specific series, which is the My Docket series. Also, I think I got knocked down on the parental alienation live streams, which is frustrating because those were like 2-hour live streams. And if I remember correctly, they knocked me down on that narcissistic personality disorder video, which was another one of the more popular videos. So you can imagine how frustrating it is to put a lot of time into a video and then have the ad revenue pulled, but whatever. So the other 3 tiers, I already mentioned one of them. It's contributor, $5 a month. Those guys they already have 17 or 18 of those guys, and you guys are fantastic, and thank you for your support. The other 2 are really high in my opinion, but if you guys really want to join one of the next 2 tiers, and by all means, I definitely appreciate it. The third one is sponsor, which is a $15 a month charge, and what I'm going to do with those viewers is I'll take Facebook communication. What I have been doing at this time is I'm getting friend requests on Facebook, and I've just been accepting all of them. But then when I get questions, it frustrates me because I can't keep track of the messenger as well as I can keep track of my email. And so I've been directing those viewers. I mean, I appreciate that you're there and that you can sort of have a window into, my family's life following my 8-year, child custody dispute. But I can't handle all the communications and all the different portals because I miss them. So what I've been doing is directing viewers to please take your question out of Facebook Messenger and email it to me, and I can organize it. I have a routine. I actually get about 100 emails a week, and I have this process. Every morning I get up and I go through the emails top to bottom and I respond to them. And it's just easy, and it's the least amount of stress because I can just go to one location. But anyway, if people are going to join as a sponsor, then I'll make an exception for them, and I will go ahead and take Facebook communication from those viewers, and you'll just get more rapid responses from me. You won't have to wait. I can't even necessarily get back to all the people that post emails or that send me emails like within the next day. Some of the people sending me emails will send me a really big email, and it'll usually take me maybe 2 or 3, sometimes a week to get back to them, just because I don't want to ignore them, but I want to cover everything that they've mentioned in their email, and so they end up getting pushed back. So if you'd like more dynamic communication with me, you can join as a sponsor. I'm not going to necessarily unfriend all of the viewers that I have right now that have added me on Facebook, but if eventually it gets to the point where I have too many and I just can't keep track of you all, I may consider organizing that a little bit better and just making it so that the sponsors are the only ones that are Facebook friends. I want to take this opportunity to say you can join my LinkedIn at any time. I accept all those invites. In fact, it's like the least intrusive way, because with the LinkedIn there's no limit to the number of friends you can have. I'm not even sure that I'm anywhere near the limit on Facebook, but eventually that's going to become a problem as I start to get more and more viewers and more subscribers. And then the highest tier, I don't even want to talk about on this video because it's a disgusting amount, $45 a month. I'm sure people were thinking something like in the hundreds. But what I'll do with anyone who wants to pay that amount is I'm assuming that you just want to really financially support the channel, and I'll add you to the website as a sponsor with some details as to who you are and stuff, just so that all of the viewers can know who it is that is supporting the channel. So anyway, thank you. I hate to do videos like this because in many ways it feels like a shameless money grab, but it is a problem that I'm starting to pour more time into the My Docket series videos, and for them to knock it down an ad level is extremely frustrating, just because of how different the situation is now than it was even 3 or 4 months ago. 3 or 4 months ago, I didn't have the My Docket series. I could sit down at the computer, spend 15-20 minutes doing a video and just publish it. I wouldn't even edit those videos. For all my viewers who've been with me for years, you know I would just throw videos up without any editing or anything like that. And it took me 10 to 30 minutes to do those videos. Now, it takes me hours, and when it comes to a hearing video, it takes me like a full-time shift to just do that one video. So I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to help as many people as I possibly can, whilst at the same time justifying the time that it takes away from the family at home. And if anyone has any suggestions for me, any feedback that you'd like to give me on this video, definitely post it down in the comments below. I'd also like to mention that I think, from what I have read, it's going to take YouTube between, I don't know, 30 minutes and 24 hours to approve the levels. So if you go in and you click the join button and you don't see what I'm talking about, if you just see a bunch of blanks, I don't know what it's going to look like, then please just wait. I'm sure that means YouTube is still in the process of approving the details that I've provided. So anyway, definitely send me emails if you have any questions. Definitely post something down in the comments below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time.